Hey everyone, this class is a prenatal class geared towards you if you are in your first trimester. However, most of it should be good for you and fine throughout the rest of the pregnancy, but you'll just need to listen in for different options and accommodations for you. So you do not necessarily need any props, but it would be probably nice and comforting to have, if you have some yoga blocks, to have that available just in case, and maybe a big old pillow. Even if you don't have a yoga bolster, you can just get a big pillow or two from your couch or something like that. All right, so take a second to grab that, and also to set the scene. Turn the lights down a little lower, light a candle, whatever you want to do. And I really want to encourage you throughout class to give yourself permission to do what feels good. You know your body best, and I know it can feel a lot right now like there are so many things that are restricted, certain things you can't eat, can't do. I want this to be a class where you can do things and you can follow your own internal guidance. So we are going to start off on our backs. Now, if you are in the later trimesters, you may want to skip over these first poses and just do some that feel good for you. But the rest of us are going to go down, and we just have two poses down here. So firstly, bring your knees in towards your chest. The tailbone is scooping under and up. You can stay here or kick the shins into more of a 90-degree angle. So kick those feet up towards the ceiling and reach and grab shins, outer ankles, or hook peace fingers around big toes for happy baby. And if it feels good, rock side to side to massage. Massage your low back. And start your deep breathing. Close your eyes when it's available. And steady, slow breath. No holding of the breath, just a constant stream of calming breathing that sounds like ocean waves. Next up is thread the needle across the right ankle over the left knee. Thread the hands through and pull in. This should eventually feel pretty good on your glutes, and it's a really important area to stretch out if you've been experiencing some hip or pelvic or low back pain. So you may have to rock a little to the left to feel it where you want to feel it. Back off to a manageable spot. You can even do this with your left foot flat if you feel a stretch there. Three more sweeping breaths, please. This class will involve still quite a lot of body work, a lot of strength. It'll definitely be a workout, so this is the class for you if that is what you're looking for. Cross the left ankle over the right knee now and gently pull in. Rock around to find where you want the stretch. Often I like it to rock over to the right a little bit because that gets more into your piriformis, if you've ever heard of that, which is really tied to your sciatic nerve. Not physically tied, but they are right by each other. So it's good to stretch this puppy out so that hopefully it doesn't irk our sciatic nerve from being tight. Are you breathing? Are you allowing this moment just for you? Soften the muscles in the neck and the head. Last deep breath in this stretch. And then undo it. Roll to your side with a soft belly. Use your arms to press up rather than using your belly. That's something to get used to now that you are carrying a little one. Everyone's gonna come on over to cat-cow. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Take the belly low and open up the chest, lift the chin. And then round and stretch the back. And depending on where you are in your pregnancy, you may not be able to round quite as much. Keep in mind that each pregnancy is different. And there are a variety of things you might be experiencing and dealing with right now. So again, do what is right for your body. If you have some heartburn, keep your head lifted up more often. Keep the breath flowing for one more round. Back to neutral. And then circles to the sides, around, down, up, all over, exploring all sorts of motions, and really move your pelvis in circles especially. Get in tune with your supple and strong nature. Right now, you have a lot of hormones in your body that are making you very flexible in order to prepare for birth. So be mindful of that as you move and incorporate some stability and strength and feel how freaking strong you are. You are doing so much right now, both physically and mentally. All right, let's take the knees wide, big toes touch, child's pose. If you are later on in pregnancy or you have that heartburn, you might want to grab some props and keep yourself more lifted, head above the heart and the stomach, okay? Otherwise, rest down. A lot of what you'll be doing is just legs further apart, keeping those hips open. Hear the sounds of your breath here. We get into the flow of the practice now. Come up and curl the toes under, downward dog. Again, wider stance is fine. Now, if you need to, for any reason, do a down dog where your head is lifted, like for heartburn and things like that, you can find a wall. Make sure it's secure. Put your hands on the wall and lean into a 90-degree position, so it's going to look like this, supported by the wall. So if you know right now that's what you're going to need, position your mat up near a wall facing skinny edge to the wall. That will be your down dog. Make your way to a forward fold with wider legs than you normally would have if you've been practicing yoga prior to your pregnancy. And if you're in later trimesters, then use the hands to support on the legs instead. All the way up. Reach your arms up. Stretch out the sides of your body, your belly, your torso. And then exhale, fold, getting into sun salutations. Fold to your level that we just talked about. Breathe slow. With soft belly, halfway lift. Lift a little higher from where you were. Exhale back to your fold. Bend the knees a lot. Take the hands down. Walk it back. Down dog. Drop down the knees. Bring the shoulders over the wrists. Soft belly. Lower down. So you can lower down all the way if it is your first trimester and it's a normal pregnancy. Roll the shoulders back. Push up. If you're in later trimesters and you don't want all that pressure on the belly, you're just gonna bend the elbows and push back up. You can do a cow pose for your back bend if you'd like. Take it back to downward dog. Wide apart legs. Look forward. We're gonna repeat. So if your wrists are feeling it, you've got some carpal tunnel stuff going on, then you can use forearms or padding for the wrists for many of the postures that are on the wrists, okay? So please give yourself that permission. Look forward, step it up, or many steps up. Walk it up the legs. Exhale back to your fold, all the way up to stand. Pick up the pace if you'd like to with me, or go at your own pace. Same thing. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift higher. Exhale, fold. Take it back. Quick down dog. Lunging forward into kneeling plank. You can even just hold here or bend the elbows. Little bit on the belly. Cobra, take it back, downward dog. Here for 5, 4, squeeze into the fingertips. That takes weight off the wrist. 3, 2, 1. Keep breathing, look forward and step it up. Lift up, exhale, fold. Now lift all the way up, reach. Hands to the heart. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Lift up higher. Exhale, fold. Take it back. Down dog. Forward. Bend the knees. Drop them down to the ground. Take your version of your chaturanga. Maybe a little back bend, whether that's cobra or cow pose. Take it back. Downward dog. Feel how strong your arms are. Keep the armpits lifted. Look forward. Big steps up. We're actually going to stay down here, so come halfway up or lift higher. Then exhale, fold, and take the right leg back. Short stance if you're experiencing some pubic symphysis pain, or take it really far back. Drop down the knee, uncurl the toes. Here's where you may want the blocks if you have them. To rest fingertips on or palms on. You might be anywhere from hip stacked over back knee to leaning forward. Take a wider stance. Make room for baby. Option to reach your arms up. Dig into the front heel, soft belly. Exhale, hands down. And hips back. Lift the front toes. You might even turn that front leg out. Feels pretty good on the side body, actually. Up, toes up, and back out. Lunge in again. Lift. Reach the arms up. Take your left forearm to the left thigh. Reach the right arm up, 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 really far till you feel a stretch here, and just a wee bit over. I still feel it a lot. And come back up. Great. So move the blocks out of the way real quick. Wiggle the foot out in more of a half moon. That's going to be easier for you to do at this point. Take it back, downward dog. Pedal the feet while you're here, strong arms. Remember your different downward dog against the wall, if that's something that would be better for you. Look forward, step it up. Okay, you might grab those blocks again. Left leg back. Wiggle right foot out to the side, and both hands on the inside is a really good idea, so you can keep those hips wide and keep the pelvis open. Drop the back knee. Toes can stay uncurled or curled. Listen to your body. You are very intuitive and knowledgeable. You know what's good for you. Are we still breathing? Take it back into a hamstring stretch. Walk it back into the lunge, kneeling lunge. Right forearm to right thigh. Lift up, back the hips up. Reach the left arm up, 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 and slightly over. Come back. Downward dog, blocks and props out of the way. Your downward dog. Step the feet up wide. All the way up. Think of your mat more like railroad tracks now. Each side of the mat is each side of the railroad track. And you want your feet almost that wide. Right leg goes back for warrior one. So the right foot's at an angle, bend the front knee, reach the arms up. Soft belly, lunge deeper if you are in search of more fire, more workout, more strength. Reach out to the sides. Bind the hands if you'd like. To feel more connection, more integration. Lunge the weight forward and step the foot up. Wide apart chair pose. Both legs working together. Reach the arms up. Sit the booty back. Can you sit a little bit lower? You can still get the workout that you want while honoring your body. Soft belly. All the way up. Grab the hips. Left leg back. Think railroad tracks. Warrior one again. Reach up. Deep breaths. Slow and calm them down. Feel the stretch across the front, the hip flexor on the left leg. Relax the jaw, soften the upper traps. When you soften the upper traps here at the base of the neck, tops of the shoulders, that releases a feeling of burden, of carrying burden from the world. You deserve to feel relaxed, and you deserve this time just for you. Step it up again to the top of the mat and sit back. Lift the head, the shoulders, sit the booty back. Come all the way up. Keep your left foot out here to the side. Take your right foot way back, warrior two. Open up. We have all this space, all of this room. If you experience any dizziness as we transition, please take more time. You can still get all of the postures, just take that extra millisecond or that extra 10 seconds for you. Turn the feet parallel and fold down. So if you're in later trimesters, you're just gonna fold more to a 90. You can support yourself with some props like blocks under hands. Otherwise, first trimester, it is okay to lower down. Drop the head. What you're doing day to day, moment to moment is enough. Just take it one step at a time. Come all of the way up. We're going to turn to face the back of the mat. So the right toes are open now, and we're in warrior two. Should you need a wider stance, you can widen that out. Bend in, and remember, if you want more strengthening, more workout, bend more into the front knee. Look over your front middle finger. Where are you tensing that you don't need to? Soft belly, soft jaw. This time, turn or step the feet parallel. Go to your fold briefly, and then step or turn feet at a 45-degree angle. Walk and lunge to this side, so you might use your blocks to help prop you up, or grab your body, your strong legs. Or if you can, tiptoe here on the floor, that works too. Doing some more hip opening, hip mobility. When we open our hips, they get 23% more space. So that's why people always talk about hip opening and hip mobility with pregnancy. So we want as much space as we can get without hurting ourselves. Lunging side to side. Opening inner thighs, inner hamstrings. You can think about it like they're flossing right now. Come back to both feet flat. And then step your stance a little shorter. And we're going to bend the left knee down to the ground. Turn so the heel and the shin are underneath you, and then wiggle that right leg out till you feel like both legs can support you. Squat down if your knee allows so that your booty is on top of that heel. Even squats where we're open with just one leg, more so than Malasana where we're open with both legs, are great. This is called Shiva squat. You might open your arms. And here we go, switching sides. Spin that shin around, bring right knee down. Step the left foot up. Wiggle the stance wide. Bring the right shin and heel underneath you. Sit down on it and use your forearm to press the left thigh open. Breathe here. Breathe low into the bowl of the pelvis. Soft eyes. Relaxed gaze. You can even do a hand mudra if you want. From here, drop both knees down to the ground, facing the front of your mat again, downward dog. Step it up. Come all the way up to stand. Step onto the left foot. Open up the right knee for tree pose. If you're feeling more unsteady in this body right now, then put the toes on the ground, hand on the wall, or you can walk. If you've been doing this already, you can walk that up. If you had an established practice of tree pose and you feel pretty good, go there. Focus your gaze wherever you are. Have that determined focus. Eyes set on the goal. Step the feet wide apart. Look around if you do have a big old pillow or block and grab that. Most of us will need to turn the toes out so that our thighs can turn out. And then squat down. So you might be here with your hips in line with the knees, or you might be able to sink lower. If you're like me and this is a little hard for you, set that prop back there to catch you and make sure that it's sturdy. And you can just sit in it with a prop. Use arms on the insides of the thighs to help open up inner thighs, inner hamstrings. Try 2 more breaths. And then, if you can, set the weight into the heels, lean forward, push up, and I know you can. Take that prop out of the way for the moment and step onto the right foot, toes facing forward for tree pose. See what you need on this side. Challenge yourself. Arms wherever provides a little challenge to your balance. A little wobbling, but strong roots. One more breath. Take it out your mouth. Good. Step step it down. One more malasana, one more squat. Grab that prop if you need it. Use your hands should you need them, and shift back. If squatting is also really hard for you and you're needing a prop right here, you may try rolling up the front of your mat, putting your heels on that thickness of the mat and seeing if that helps. It does for me, and then I can do a squat with my toes facing forward even. And I can stay there for a long time. So if that works for you, you might invest in a yoga wedge that provides that little bit of lift, and then you can just hang out in a squat way more often, more easily, or if you're thinking about something like that for your birth process. More moment of stillness. Reach those arms forward, shift your weight to your heels, lift up. I had to use the wall for help. And turn the toes forward. Take that prop out of the way. You got one more balance posture, dancer. Step onto your left foot. Reach your right arm back and grab the outside of the right foot. You can stay here or reach your arm up. Again, if you need a wall or a piece of furniture, just use that with your left hand. If you want to go further, lean forward. Push the foot back into the hand into the foot. I'm feeling the quad stretch today. I feel like just doing that. Switch sides, shake out that standing leg if you need to. Reach back and grab. Pick your option. You might come forward, take the leg back a little bit. I wouldn't recommend a huge back bend just because we don't want to stretch the belly too much. Get ready to step to the wide edge of your mat. Set the foot down and step open. Feet turned out to 45-degree angles and squat down low. Instead of resting in our flexibility here, I want you to work on your strength. Weight into your heels, squat back. Don't squeeze your butt in towards each other, okay? That often doesn't feel very good on your SI joint. Hands start center, you've got it. Or arms out or up. Maybe you want to crisscross. Ooh, and flip the palms over. Shimmy side to side. Distract yourself for 3, 2, feel your body. 1, push all the way up. Great job. Step to the top of the mat. Or find your way there any way you can. Come down, downward dog. Winding it down. All right, right knee comes forward for pigeon, or find your way there any way that you can. Wiggle the left leg back. Stay up here for a second. On your hands, look around and inventory your props. You might like one under your hip or under your arms or your head. Heartburn, keep your props with you. Keep your head and chin lifted. Going down to forearms. Or if you're not experiencing any heartburn, you're welcome to go head below stomach. This one is also really great for sciatica. Anytime your mind starts to race, return to the sound and the pace of the breath. We've got some really yummy poses coming up. Look forward to that. Come all the way up. Use the strength of your hands to curl the back toe under to push back to downward dog. Take the left knee in for pigeon. Find your way there. Use your props, how they need to be used on this side. Get creative. Gentle rocking motions. Could feel good. About ready to get off these arms. Move the prop away. Take your time. Push the weight into the hands, curl the back toes, lift it to downward dog. Use arm strength to get there. And then wide knees, heels touch, drop down. Child's pose. Same thing here, you can stay more lifted or drop. If your belly touches the ground, that's perfectly fine, as long as there's not a whole lot of pressure and it's pushing into the ground. Use the arms to push heavily against the ground. Sit the hips back towards the heels. If you have your partner at home or a friend or someone, you can have them pull your hips backwards. And it should feel very good on your low back. Think about them lengthening that rather than just pushing down. Come all the way up, hands and knees. Find your way to your back if that is appropriate for you. So first trimester, you are fine. Second and third, you might like to stay here in a seat and turn the hands to face the sides and lift up like this instead of bridge, okay? Roll down. If you're going there, arms by the sides. Let's reset the pelvis and push up. Hips up off the ground. Come down with the breath. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, push up. Exhale, lower down. Take any other posture that you want to take. And if you're in first trimester, legs up the wall on your back is strongly recommended. It helps get rid of some of the swelling as well. If you are in second or third trimester, probably just lay on your side or ramp yourself up with a big old bolster and 2 blocks under there, something like that, so you can lay back over that. All right, if you are doing legs up the wall and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what she's talking about, find your wall spot again, sidle up to it on your side, and then use your forearms to help you flip around, soft belly, roll down, Your legs are up the wall. If you want to get closer, pelvis really close to the wall, you just inchworm. Arms open or hands on belly, connecting with baby. Feel yourself. Feel yourself, your body, retaining your individuality, and then feel and sense the baby. Baby's body, soul, spirit. Now sense both of you working together. Soft knees, soft jaw, soft forehead. Release those extra frown lines. Think of a place that is very, very peaceful for you. That might be when you're exhausted and you need sleep and you get it, or taking a shower, hugging a loved one, envisioning, gazing at stars, whatever it is. Imagine and fill in that space. Fill in that experience. It's natural for the mind to come back and latch on to thoughts or worries or get trapped in thinking, oh, I need to meditate, I need to relax. Return to your tools, use your breath to provide focus. You're getting tired of legs up the wall, very slowly, casually. You can bend your knees and open your hips into like a butterfly position and rest there, or roll off to your side, rest there, or push on back to Shavasana. Where are you still gripping? Physically, emotionally, with curiosity, where is it? What is it? And allow the light of awareness to be enough to release it. However many times you need to shine that light. Lips might even part, eyelids very softly together. Everything soft and light. Send deep gratitude like ripples in a lake into yourself. Let that thought ripple and resonate inside of you, inside of your energy, your spirit as well. Gratitude for all that you do, all of the things that are going right, all of the support in your life. As you're ready, roll to a side if you're not already there, and from the side, utilize the arms with soft belly to find your way to a seat. If you have some pelvic pain, you might flip over to all fours first and then take a seat. Connect with your center. Thank you so much for practicing with me and all of the other pregnant ladies out there. Great job. Namaste. If you liked this video, please let me know in a comment or actually like under the video, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. Share it with all of your other pregnant friends and mom groups. I would appreciate that, and I think I hope that it benefits a lot of people. So thank you. See you next time.